What are you doing? What are you doing, Robbers? Yeah, can you sit down? Hi, Fifi. Yes? Come here. Oh. Let's see. Why is this wet? I want to be looking. What are you doing? What are you doing? Faye doesn't know what to do when you do that, Fig. Did one of you like pee on this or something? Oh, I think one of you peed on this. Oh, alright. Hi Tam, hi Vera, hi Michelle, hi Joe, hi Amir, hi Lizzie, hi Cassie, hi Warren, hi Corey. Did I already say hi Vera? Oh. Claire, Michael, hi Dirk, hi Dorian. What are you guys doing? Rob, get out of the closet. Rob. First. Come on. There you go. Alright, let's see if that works. What, Rob? What? Alright, Fiona, let me sit down. Oh, sorry. It's hot here, guys. Okay. What did I miss? Hi, Beep. Hi, Denise. Yeah, it's just the angle of the camera. I've had the computer off, so I haven't positioned the camera or anything. What are you guys doing? Fig, please stay out of the closet. I'm afraid if I close the closet door, it's going to mess with the cam again. For some reason, the cam cord is being finicky right now. Come here, Rubbers. Come here. Fig, please don't. What do you mean, what did I do with the cat tree? You're the one that moved it out to the living room. Hi, Sue. Hi, Anne. Hi, Ghosties. Yeah, it's still super hot right now, even with the air conditioners going. Fifi. long ago. I don't think. I've got a slight headache, so if I seem a little off, it's because this side of my head feels like something's jabbing it. What is that, Feifei? Hey, Meta. There were fire tornado warnings? Well, I think sometimes I get headaches for so many different reasons, but I think this one started because of like sitting poorly while I was working. But now it's all up in here, like right in here. So it might be the heat. Yeah, right after the last time I did chat, they offered me a couple fosters, and I was sick. So I've put it off for a bit because I want to make sure that I'm, like, because I had a migraine for an entire week, and my back went out. And just to be safe, I got COVID tested, and it was negative. And now the heat wave, and I just feel like crap. Ooh. Yeah, heavy couch moving can do it too. Yeah, there's a part of me that like desperately wants to get some fosters in here, but there's another part of me that knows that, like, honestly, I think I have a little like post-traumatic stress when I think about having to let go of fosters now, because it was so hard with them. So I'm trying to work through that, and I will work through that. But I'm just waiting for the right time when I'm not like, my head doesn't feel like it's going to explode. Because there's still plenty of kitties right now. Figlet, please leave it alone. Roberts, what are you doing? Roberts? Rob. Yes, Fifi. What? What are you doing? And I'll admit, their weight was doing so good, and then I've been so bad about saying no to them whenever they yell for food, so I have to put them back on a diet. Yeah, Kitten Rescue is doing a cyber fur ball. I have no idea how they're going to do it. I just haven't been able to get involved. But it should be coming up very shortly. So I'll find out and I'll post about it. I haven't gotten an update about the girls for a couple weeks, but the last update, they're great. They're in heaven. They've got a great big house, and they're getting tons of attention. And the last picture he sent me, Coral was sitting in his lap. So that made me really happy. Wait, Fiona. Yeah, there's a part of me that thinks that new fosters, like having kittens would help lift my mood. Um, but I just haven't. I've just when I having a migraine for over a week and having my back be out just really kicked my butt. And then having this headache start today, I was like, I can't. Like, I'm so over it. I don't function well in heat, and I don't function well when I have a headache. But I've been in contact with Sandra over at Kitten Rescue, and I told her, I was like, look, if you get like a pregnant mom and nobody can, like if you really need me, let me know, and I know she will. Hi Ruth Ann, welcome. Hi TJ. So yeah. So how's everybody doing? Because I've been like, I feel in a kind of daze. It's weird. It's all a little overwhelming, and it feels like it's all gonna go on forever. And even though I've had a little work here and there, it's like, it's like, I don't know, everything's just kind of one day is just going into the next, and I have to actively remind myself, like, today, today is Saturday, today is Sunday, whatever day it is. Hi Grapefort. What are you doing, Fiona? And all the cats have been super clingy, which at a certain point during a heat wave is kind of annoying. Especially Rob. He's been like following me around. Anytime I go, like, walk to another room, he's meowing at me. What are you doing, Fei Fei? I know, Clara, it's so hard. Oh god, that's gotta be so hard. Like, from your garage? Oh god, you guys, leave the freaking cat alone. Come on, move. Leave it alone. Whew. What are you doing, Fei Fei? John had set up OBS for me, which is a different program from the one I usually use to stream, but I couldn't get the volume to work. So I'm gonna have to ask him to log in and teach me how to turn the volume up or whatever. Robbers. But I haven't been streaming, so jump you? Yeah, OBS. He set it up and got my logo on, and then I tried to stream the last time I chatted from it, and no button would get the sound on. This is their form of flirting. Otherwise, he'd be running away. It's been so hot, they haven't even been making out every day. Fiona is like true black, which every dark cat I've ever had has always been like had red fur or like some white speckles, and she's just all black. She's a panther. She's a black panther. What are you doing? Well, and Rob's dramatic, so when they wrestle, he likes to make like noises like he's dying. I think I tried that, but I'll try that again. Sue, do you mean like an electrical blackout or like an alcohol blackout? Oh, I put the chat in order and now it makes more sense. We haven't had the roll out blackouts here yet. I was trying all day to like not put anything on other. I had to keep the air conditioning on in the living room and like the TV, but that was it. I was trying to keep everything off. No laundry, even though I really needed to do laundry. Well, and as hot as it was here, I'm sure it was even hotter in the valley. I can't imagine. And I just got groceries delivered today, so when I saw the news about the rolling blackouts, I was like, please, not when I just bought groceries. Please, no. Even though the groceries were kind of warm, my ice cream was like pretty melted. I hate when they do that, but I can't complain since I'm getting it delivered. Yeah, the earthquake we had here was pretty jolting. Because I'm built in, my house is built in, not just me, but my house is built into bedrock. So when we've had earthquakes before, what are you doing? It's usually, like the house, we're lucky here. We're far away from a fault line. It's usually not that bad. But that last earthquake, even though it was supposedly was like 4.5 or something, I was awake. I felt it. It was pretty strong. They're chewing on one of those kickers. with the ribbons. When they do the rolling blackouts, it depends. It can go on for hours. I don't think I've had a rolling blackout. Maybe they've done it once here. We tend to have blackouts during heat waves because like transformers will explode. All of the wiring and electricity out here is really freaking old. So whenever we have heat waves, sadly, there usually is problems. No, that's a paper from one of the thermometer plastic things. It's like, like the paper you peel off. I was taking my temperature and it dropped, and they've been playing with it. Huh, Fig. You're so cute. Kathy! Okay, that is a deflated, one of those catnip carrots. It has been deflated forever, and the cats still freaking love it. That catnip must be some powerful stuff they put in that carrot. Yeah, so I think I've had a little anxiety because this has been going on for so long. I'm afraid we're gonna have another I mean, the first wave hasn't gone away really, but I just want to make sure I have enough toilet paper and all that stuff. My brother went to Costco and he got me a huge bag of white rice and a huge thing of pickle chips. So at least we know I won't starve. If I have to, I can survive off of rice and pickle chips. But I'm really, really lucky that I live where I'm near grocery stores. All the delivery services, although they're not cheap, they're all available and they're pretty quick. I know how lucky we are. It's just, I think the isolation is kind of making me feel a little crazy. Ew, ghosties. Oh, the little skunk. Yeah, I have trees, but I don't eat them. Yeah, that's been kind of hard, like seeing other people doing stuff. And I'm like, how are they? But honestly, I have some friends who are out doing stuff, and so far they're fine. And then I have other friends who've gone out and done one thing and they've gotten COVID. I have a friend right now who's had to isolate at home and has been pretty sick. And all he did was, I think he went hiking and I think he just like went out and did one thing where he might have not been super careful. Who knows? Yeah, that's the problem is you just don't know where anybody's been. I don't know. Some people like I had a friend who went out and he lives in Las Vegas and they opened up a bunch of stuff and he went and he shot pool and then he brought it back to his whole family. You know, and then I know a lot of people who got it and haven't been telling anybody they got it and they've just been staying home. Luckily, they've been staying home. But, you know, Jesus, are you okay? Why did you, right, did you hurt yourself? Oh, that had to be so hard, Claire. Yeah, I have two clients' offices that I've been going to. One of them, my client basically sits all the way across the room. we have no contact. And and he's been safe. And then the other office, I go after they're all gone, and then I disinfect everything. But I have my own little work area, and they've been staying away from my work area. But that's why when I had the migraine and my back went out, and I was having, like, my body was really hurting from my back going out. That's why I decided to get tested. I don't want to be one of those people who just is like, might have mild symptoms and then gives it to somebody, you know? Yeah, believe it or not, I only have one big bottle of sanitizer left. I have to go buy some more. Hi, sweet girl. The fires out here aren't close to me, aren't that close to me. Um, but I think they've gotten them under control. But we're gonna keep having more because of the heat wave. Yeah, the problem is if I get sick, like my clients don't have a bookkeeping backup. You know what I mean? So it's really hard for me to like I can't just disappear for a month and be sick. Um, and then there's no one else to pay the bills because I'm not getting unemployment. So I have to be super careful. Ah, Claire, I know there's only one. There's only one left up there, and I'm almost done with the other one I've been using. Well, and I'm a little worried that once flu season hits, combined with the COVID, we're just gonna be a mess. But I mean, maybe it'll all be good. I miss my friends. Like, I'm not even the most social person in the world. I'm a total homebody. But you realize that even like the small, like Anne said, just hugging one person a week, or just having the few rituals with my friends that I have makes a difference. Yeah, my allergies have been killing me too. That's one of the other things that sets off headaches for me. Well, and that's like I went to a friend's house and we sat really far away from each other in the backyard, and it was nice, but it's not much better than Zooming. Honestly, it really is like about being able to like sit next to someone or hug someone. And I've been Zooming with lots of people. What are you doing, Fiona? Please don't pee over there or something. Um, where did Rob go? Robbers? Hello, Fig. Don't scratch me. I need to turn your claws in. Oh, blood. Robbers? Yeah, the cats are definitely. I'm very grateful for them. Um, but we still need some human contact. Oh, when I leave the house, my cats get thoroughly like upset with me. When I come home, they're like, "Where have you been?" I keep telling them, you can't get too used to this." But then every month it extends and extends, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe you can get used to this. Huh, Piglet? What are you doing, Fig Fig? Yes, Piglet. Hi, Pig. Yeah. And Faye every day she has her spot on the couch, on the back of the couch, on the pillow, looking out the window. It has now got like a permanent indentation. And my freaking handheld Dyson is like I think I burned out the engine. And I can't seem to get it to work right. So I haven't been able to vacuum the couch every day. I've been having to like do the sponge thing. And Faye's just like furring up her spot every day. It's a new load of fur. Robbers is sitting in the bathroom. What are you doing, Fig? Are you a crazy girl? Hi, Mary Jane. You're sad about my vacuum. I'm sad about my vacuum. Those Dyson handhelds are expensive. And it might be something that can be fixed, but like nothing's open right now. I think I burned out the engine with I made the mistake of vacuuming up some diatomaceous earth. And I think it was too fine and it screwed something up. Feral Kitty's great. He was a little pissed off because my tenant went out of town for a week. But when he came home, he got better. But he's been such a dick. Like there were like 2 nights in a row where he just refused to come in. We offered him tuna, treats, everything, and he was like, no. And so now he's learning that he needs to make sure that the minute the sun starts going down to like make sure Kitty's in. Like don't feed him dinner until it's time for him to come in. Because when Feral Kitty gets out and he doesn't want to come in, he's not easy to catch. And he hisses and he growls, and he for such a little cat, he can be scary. Yep. But he hasn't been, I've been giving him his flea medication, but I think, honestly, like, some cats don't do well with Revolution. Like, Revolution just doesn't work on some cats. And Advantage has always worked on my cats. And I'm sure other people have it the opposite. But I wish vets, like, would listen. Because I kept saying to the vet, I don't think the Revolution's working. Maybe we need to do Advantage. And he was like, I don't see why. And then I switched to Advantage and he was fine. No, Feral Kitty is social. Well, kind of. Feral Kitty likes to sit in laps. He likes to sit next to you. He likes to like follow around in the yard. But he doesn't like to be touched too much. So if he's laying in your lap, you might be able to pet him a little bit, but only a little bit. Like, or he can curl up in your arm, but that doesn't mean you should be petting him much. So when he's out and about, when he's inside, he's calmer. When he's in his place, his own apartment, he's calmer. But when he's outside, he's kind of more on high alert and kind of just checking out the territory. He's in military mode. Yuki's allergic to the chicken cat food. Piglet. What are you doing? Whenever I give Fig attention, Faye always is like, but look at me. Faye, you're so cute. Yes, you're adorable. You know I love you. I can love Fig too, though. Yeah, there's a lot of cats that are allergic to chicken. That's why, like, I tend to do more duck and turkey. Chicken and beef is what I was told a lot of cats are allergic to. It's crazy, I don't know. When did cats become so high maintenance? Yeah, the other night, Feral Kitty was sitting. I got home and I was like, "Oh, did you let Feral?" Because the door was open, so I knew Feral Kitty wasn't in. I was like, "Did you let Feral Kitty out by mistake again?" Because he's done that a few times. And he's like, "No, he wouldn't come in." And he's sitting. He's like, "I checked all around the house, and he's sitting on top of the air conditioner for this room." And I went out in my backyard, and there he was sitting on the air conditioner. So I came in and I put the air conditioner on, thinking it would scare him off, and it didn't. And he just sat up there and he's like, "I am watching the perimeter. Leave me alone." And he growled at me, and I was like, "All right, I'm backing off. I'll leave you alone." Raw food is great. If I could afford to do raw food and if it didn't make me want to vomit every time handling it, I would do it all the time. Um, because for some reason, even cats who tend to have allergies, just like chicken, in the raw form, it doesn't seem to affect them as badly sometimes. Sometimes. But the raw food diet makes all the cats have perfect poop. It's pretty amazing. Eh, it's about time you kids start eating humans. Well, some of the fosters I know that do raw go to like butchers, and it's cheaper than buying like the the frozen store like pet food brands. But then you have to add in your own vitamins and stuff. And I can't handle raw meat that much. I can't handle it. It just I seriously will throw up. So I try to just give them wet food and a little dry food, and they seem to be okay with that. And Rob's poop is usually okay, but like once or twice a month, he'll just like stink up the whole place. Well, there are some butchers who even have like some of the fosters have gotten found butchers who actually have a certain mix for pets. And you can also buy like the frozen loaves that you can cut up. But if you keep it in the freezer, I don't know. Raw meat scares me because I don't know how to handle it. I've never really handled meat, so I don't know. Yeah, what I've realized with the raw food with them is they threw up in the beginning too. And so I had to stop, I had to feed them only small amounts. And believe it or not, they filled up more on smaller amounts of food. So even though it is expensive, when you really like get it down, they don't need to eat as much. They're like they don't bother me for food as much when they're eating raw. And I always added a little water and they were happy. But it's like I said, barfing and expense. Interesting, Kathy. Exactly, Claire. Well, what I did is I mixed their canned food with the raw and just slowly switched them to raw when I was trying to correct Rob's poop issues. And then they finally accepted the raw food. Yeah, whenever they need to lose weight, I cut out the dry food, and they always lose weight. Tofu pepperoni. Piglet. They're like, Mom, it's hot. Rob's completely abandoned us. Robbers? I thought you always ate raw spinach. You didn't eat raw spinach? Yeah. I've been pretty good since, I'm trying not to eat out so much because it's expensive to getting the delivery and stuff. Um, so I've been eating a lot of salads and vegetables, cauliflower, things you can like broil and put in the air fryer. Of course, tofu. Yes, Fiona. Denise. Yeah, I'm lucky. Like my one Sprouts is really close and they do delivery. So, like, if I tried to get groceries from another grocery store, it would take a lot longer. But with them, they're so close that once, I can track it on the app and see, and then they're here like within just a few minutes. But today, I guess the heat wave made it worse because my ice cream was melted. What are you doing? Yeah, I would love to grow some vegetables. I just don't have it in me right now to do much of more than what I'm doing. Like honestly, it's very weird. It's not like I'm always the most motivated person in the world to begin with, but it's taking everything in me to like continue doing my clients' work and keep my house clean and cooking for myself constantly is a lot. I like cooking and I like eating food I cook, but it's a lot. Cooking 2 meals a day is a lot. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy, but I think, you know what it is that when I got sick, it made everything seem like 10 times harder. What are you doing in there? I don't know if I'm making any sense. My head is killing me now. Trader Joe's doesn't deliver. Well, I've said before, I get a dove in my backyard every year, and the dove has even been there longer. Like, come on. I haven't seen any babies, and I'm just like, well, maybe the dove is just hanging out for COVID. So that's nice. Every day I get to go outside and look at the dove in the nest. But feral kitty caught a bird. He never catches birds. never, like, he's never brought me a bird. And he brought, after the tenant got back into town, this is what I think. I think that when he came home, after he was home for a day or two, Kitty brought him a present. Now, it's a possibility that the bird was maybe trying to dive bomb him, because the birds really do get a little too close for comfort sometimes in the backyard. But he brought the bird in, and it was not a tiny little bird, and he killed it. All right. With cauliflower, I do, like, I marinate cauliflower in sriracha with some vegan mayonnaise, and then I put it in the air fryer, or you can broil it, or you can just marinate it in olive oil and garlic with a little salt and then broil it. But cauliflower rice, I mean, you use it like you would rice. Oh, that's so sad, Claire. I love cauliflower. I don't know. All my friends still use their Instapots, and we have air fryers. I've never been an Instapot person, but I don't eat meat, and most of them use it for meat stuff. The air fryer for me is great for my tofu and for like the cauliflower, and like even like frozen. There's these frozen like patties that I get from Trader Joe's, and they just warm up more thoroughly in the air fryer than in the oven. Some Instapots are air fryers? Wow, I didn't know that. Well, if you need any rice, Denise, I have like a 20-pound bag of rice. I normally don't eat cereal because it's really not good for me. But I have to say that in quarantine, I did go through a period of eating like Honey Nut Cheerios every night instead of dinner. And I have eaten more bread than I usually do. But I don't think too much. Just periodically, I've been making my vegan grilled cheese. Yeah, air fryers are like, and I have the toaster oven, convection oven, but the air fryer seems to be more like powerful air. I don't know. It just cooks things faster than the convection oven and more thoroughly. I think it does. They're all passed out. Look at Faye. You guys can see her, can't you? She's so cute. You're so cute too, Fiona. Oh yeah, potatoes. Potatoes are great in the air fryer. They're amazing. You don't have to use any oil, and they get puffy and browned perfectly, and perfectly cooked throughout. I have not tried corn, if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, but the air fryers have more powerful fans than the regular convection ovens. Oh, sorry, Faye. Yes, Faye. You're so cute. Good night, Denise. That doesn't sound very appetizing, Kathy. Yeah, it is a bit too hot to be running the oven. That's what I had salad today. Faye. Are you so cute? You're so cute. A fungus among us. I like mushrooms. I should have bought some mushrooms. My favorite is a mushroom pasta. I've been allowing myself pasta like once a week, once every week and a half maybe. Because it turns into like pure sugar in my body. The minute I eat pasta, like I need to go to sleep. What, Robert? Did you hear the fighting? Come in. Robert, come here. Come here. Come say hi. What are you doing? Hi, Anthony. What? Where'd you go? I don't think mushrooms give me migraines. Ooh, interesting. Mushrooms and dates. That's an interesting combo. Be nice. You're related. I do wish I had a bigger freezer. That's the one thing with quarantine is I'm starting to realize I'm like, gosh, I wish I had a big freezer so I could like make stuff and freeze it, and buy lots of frozen stuff so I never have to go shopping again. And I was thinking of cooking my potatoes and then freezing them. But then I think it was Kathy who said that they get mealy if you freeze them after they've been cooked. I think, but I know Trader Joe's is like frozen potatoes. I don't know, I may try it. You gave away your freezer right before quarantine? Okay, then maybe I'll do that. Well, I thought I would boil, like, cut them up into chunks and boil them and then put them in the freezer. And then that way I can just pull them out and, like, if I want to mash them, I can mash them. If I want to air fry them, I can air fry them. Jersey! Made with potatoes. That is a good character name. Freeze them on a tray, then bag them up so that they don't just become one giant clump. Hi, Layla. You froze raw bell peppers? Well, I guess that works too, because I know Trader Joe's has those too. No new Fosters yet, Jersey. I've been taking a break because I had a horrible migraine and my back went out for a week. And I'm feeling out of sorts, so I'm just trying to get my sorts back together. I've been craving sushi ginger so bad. And none of the I don't think the market I go to carries it. Kathy. Kathy killed her brother. Ooh, that's a good idea, Beep. Yeah, I love sushi ginger. I know they sell jars of it places. I just can't think of where. Maybe Whole Foods would have it. Maybe Amazon. I've been trying to buy local as much as possible. I don't think we have any. Well, no, you know what? There's a seafood store in the mall. They might have it. They should have it. If I get the courage up to go into a market, I'll go do that. Yeah, pickle ginger. I would get ginger and make it myself, but I don't know how to pickle ginger. Yes, Robbers. When I say sushi ginger, I mean the pickled ginger. Google does. I'll look it up. But that means I still have to go buy ginger. so if I have to go buy ginger, I might as well go somewhere to buy already pickled ginger in a jar. Although it would be nice to get it like with sushi, like vegan sushi. Why are you chewing on the ribbon rock? Good night, Sue. And you know, like I had a moment, I went to Walgreens to pick up a prescription and I made the mistake of walking down the candy aisle. And I got freaking Jolly Ranchers. Like it had been so long since I'd had a Jolly Rancher and I used to love them. So I got this big bag because I'm crazy and I like was looking for a fix, right? So I got this huge bag of Jolly Ranchers and then I got home and I had like an apple one. And it's disgusting. It tastes like straight chemical. It doesn't even taste like straight sugar. It tastes like straight like chemical with some sugar. So now I have this huge bag of Jolly Ranchers that I have to like get rid of or give away. Good night, Tam. Jolly Ranchers are little hard candies that taste like a lollipop, but in a candy. And it's like apple or watermelon or strawberry or grape. Oh, these aren't the sour ones. They have sour ones, but these are the just regular Jolly Ranchers. What are you doing, Fifi? But it proved to me that, like, because I've been eating at home and cooking for myself, like, my taste buds have gotten to, like, that, like, they're tasting processed chemically stuff more easily now. Yeah, I always liked the apple and, like, the watermelon, and I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. I obviously changed in my old age. Huh, Feifei? Yeah, a lot of sweet stuff tastes much sweeter. Rob wants to play. Play with Rob. Oh, I used to love Ginete. Really? It doesn't smell fresh anymore? Yeah, I would imagine, like, to me, I used to wear perfume when I was younger every single day. Every single day I had, like, my scent. And now when I smell perfume on people, I get offended. I'm just like, ugh, it's so rude. Yeah, once I switched to almond butter and I was eating it without and like cashew butter without any added sugar. Now if I eat regular peanut butter or anything, it's just like, oh. I will say my one treat that I let myself have is there's a vegan almond milk chocolate pudding that I can buy from the market. And so I'll have that. And sometimes, if I'm really going crazy, I'll add a little vegan ice cream scoop to it. Um, but everything in it is like pretty simple. Nothing like too chemically, thankfully. Oh, I used to love the lime aftershave. Like, my dad would wear all of those. They always smelled so fresh and clean. I think Gina Tay was much before the 80s. Like, my mom was using it for years before she even had me, I think. But it was like a huge bottle, and you could splash it all over yourself. It was like aftershave for your body. I remember Baby Soft. Well, and even like Old English. I think my dad wore Old English sometimes. And there was one that, what was it, like Canoe or something? But they all kind of had the same smell. Like after, like it, that. I mean, they weren't the same, but there was like something after showery about them. I don't know. English leather. Yeah. Those were all the cheap colognes that, like, as little kids, we would buy my dad for Father's Day. Why are you growling? Faye, don't be an ass. Stetson for ladies. All the commercials. CB's Nuts Organic. Mmm. Yeah, unfortunately, it's that peanut butter is $16. English leather wasn't the lime one. The lime one was a different one. Even in my 20s, I remember my favorite cologne that I had my boyfriend wear was the Gillette aftershave. It was like a cheap Gillette aftershave, and I loved it because it smelled like he had just showered. I mean, really, my favorite smells growing up were like the smell of clean laundry and like just showered. We had some Calgon. Well, sometimes I would put perfume on, but while having Nala, I was so careful about not putting anything in the air that was foreign. So like I wouldn't even put perfume on because I didn't want her to smell that. Royal Lime, I think that's there were so many good cheap perfumes. But I have to admit, like when I was in high school and all the guys were wearing either Obsession or Drakkar, I preferred Obsession over Drakkar. Even now, if I smell Obsession on somebody, like I have a flashback to high school boyfriends, and so that doesn't bother me as much. But my favorite men's cologne ever was oh my god, what was the name of it? Izzy Miyake for men. And I don't know if they make it anymore, but that was my favorite. Yeah, every time I go out, if I'm like, oh, I've got to like brush my hair or whatever, I'm like, really, isn't the point to like want people to stay away? And now we're covering our faces, so nobody really knows who that messed up person is walking around like they just got out of bed. I don't think I've ever smelled Fahrenheit. Well, I like Calvin Klein 1 too. Or 1 as well. That one smells really clean. What is it? Yeah, right? With the mask, I mean, I won't even put lip gloss on. I only put chapstick on. Brothers. See, I wouldn't let them in the room because Denise had come over like a month ago and helped me clean up the room a bit, and then I cleaned some more. And then I had an exterminator come and spray my bathroom because I was getting too many silverfish. And so I wouldn't let them walk through in here for a really long time and it was all organic, but still. And then I washed the floor so that they could come back through again. But they've been very excited to have access to the room again. Claire. Ugh, the silverfish here is just ridiculous. But it got to, like, periodically I would see them. But they all just gave birth or something, and all of a sudden I was seeing a bunch of them in my bathroom and even in my kitchen. They were like going under the refrigerator and the cabinets. Because my house is built into the hillside, and I leave the doors open with the metal screen door closed all the time. And the windows open. So finally, I was like, I can't handle anymore, so I had him come spray. Well, in silverfish, they like paper and all the cardboard toys that the kitties use and everything, and I'm like, I can't. I tried diatomaceous earth, broke my vacuum, so it was time. Give in to the poison. I used to hate all bugs, and I have to say, I still am not crazy about bugs, but like, I had a daddy long legs in my living room. I just left it alone. I was like, you catch those flying bugs. Feel free. Now I need to know what Fahrenheit smells like. Most of the colognes that I don't like are colognes that have patchouli in them. I can smell when a cologne has like any patchouli in them. On rare occasion, there will be one where I can handle it, even if there's a little patchouli, but very rarely. Figlet. What are you doing, Feifei? Oh, Fig, do not jump her. She does not like to be jumped, Fig. Well, supposedly it's only 79 degrees right now. It definitely feels hotter than that. Yeah, whenever I smell patchouli, I know to look out. There are hippies just hiding somewhere. Oh no. What are you doing? I think one of you peed on here, or you sprayed on here. You guys are so territorial. See, I think Claire and I were separated at birth somehow. Because we are like the same person, but she's Australian and I'm not. Although I think you're more motivated and you like people more than I do. So maybe we aren't the same person. Feifei. I feel like the older I've gotten, my nose has gotten more sensitive. Because even when my tenant's cleaning person comes, she was using this like cheap cleaning stuff that the woman I used to have cleaned for my dad used to periodically use until I was like, no. But it's got this floral smell. And I just walk by his apartment and I could smell it. And I would be like, how can you not smell that? Like, you come home and you don't smell that? And he was like, and it took him a long time to smell it. I've just got one of those noses. I wake up and I know when someone's missed the litter box. Like, I just have that smell. So when people wear cologne or perfume, especially like in inappropriate places, I find it very upsetting. Good point, Dirk. Good point. Your bosoms are way heftier. Oh, Trezor, my mom wore that. I think she still has some. No, you're not old. My mom just started wearing it. Like, I think she started wearing Trezor when it first came out, and so she's just stuck with it. Oh, Fig. You're such a good girl. You're such a cute baby. Oh, God. What? I feel like I need to exercise, and I just can't seem to motivate myself to do it. But I have to. Like, I need to start doing yoga or something. Because sitting and and I have a project that I need to finish. And I've got to get it done this weekend. But after that, I need to stop sitting and watching TV nonstop. It's just there's so many shows that I've never had time to watch, and now I have time to watch all of them. But sitting that long is not good for me. My mom is good. She seems to be better than me, but finally she had her cleaning lady come and clean for her because that was driving me crazy. My mom can't even change her own bed sheets, so she was living without changing her bed sheets for like 3 months, and she can wash her dishes, but she can't like she can't lift heavy things or clean the way that she used to be able to clean. So her cleaning lady had COVID in the very beginning, and now she's all better. So 3 months later, she finally had her come and clean and do some laundry for her and change her sheets, and so that made me feel better because just thinking about her like sleeping in dirty sheets was just upsetting me. But she's a little upset because people are starting to go out more in the city. What are you looking at? Is there a bug? And she needs to be able to go walk like down the block. Because she had hip surgery last year, and not everybody's being as responsible as they should. So she's still a little nervous, but she's trying to do as much as she can with her mask on. Yeah, there are streaming exercise classes that I'm following on Facebook that are free, but I have to just get the energy to do it. And literally, I just feel like all my energy was zapped out of me. So I need to get rid of this headache and then try to make an effort after this weekend, because tomorrow I'm finishing the freaking project for my client, and then I'll have some freedom. Yeah, I was looking at those bikes and stuff, but I don't know. No, New York is doing much better, but they still have people flying in. Like, my tenant just went to visit his family, and they asked them to quarantine for 2 weeks, and none of them are doing it. My mom said that a lot of the restaurants and bars have tables outside now. So there are people standing outside in front of the bars and restaurants drinking with their masks lifted. And she just has to be careful not to walk by those areas, I can't go visit her. I don't trust the planes. I told her that if this went on for if this goes on too long and she starts feeling like nuts, I'll rent an RV and I'll go get her. That way we'll have a bathroom in the RV and we can just go get her and then bring her back and not have to stop for bathroom breaks. Yeah, it's unlikely, but when you've got my mom's lungs, you can't take any chances. So, I mean, she's taking enough chances having somebody come into her house and clean. She's had to have some people come and like help. Like, she has one friend who's a young guy who comes and like helps bring her stuff and like move heavy things for her. Um, and like the doorman at her building. And that's about like, and she'll go try to walk in front of the building, but they're not allowed to like congregate in the halls or anything. So she can't just, and there's no air in the hall. So with the mask on, it's already hard enough for her to breathe, but she really needs to be able to walk outside. Well, I mean, my tenant went and he was on a plane and he didn't, as far as we know, he didn't get COVID. I don't know if he got tested when he got back, but he doesn't have any symptoms, but he could be asymptomatic. Um, and the flights seem to be responsible, like putting room in between people and all of that. I don't know. There's just no definite answer for anything. So at this point, I just know that if she had pneumonia last year too, so if she gets it, it's like I'm not willing to risk it. Yeah, my mom would be that one person because she's walking so slow that if she walks past somebody who's standing there breathing, she's not just walking right past them, she's like inching past them. And her luck, she'd like trip and fall, and then a bunch of people would come over to help her, and she'd have to be like, no. I think oxygen would probably help her, but they won't give her. They, based on the last time she went to the doctors, they wouldn't give her oxygen yet. So, she'd have to go through going and getting testing again, and that's just out of the question right now. Yeah, I haven't been able to find wipes at any of the markets over here. Honestly, I'm kind of pissed that they're still letting like people fly between the cities. It just, I'm pissed at a lot of stuff right now. Good night, Anne. You can fly to Canada, but not. Well, I mean, I know actors who have been flying into Canada, but they've also been quarantining for 14 days before they go out in public. But a lot of them are going to Vancouver. Piglet, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No. Yeah, they're shooting some soap operas here, and they're shooting some real reality shows, um, where they can kind of like what they're doing is they're creating bubbles. So anywhere they are going to shoot, everybody goes, everybody's quarantining, and for the 14 days, and they're all getting tested. And then once they're after the 14 days and coming back negative, they all have to stay in the bubble. Like they don't get to go out and do stuff. They have to stay in the bubble of all the people shooting. Um, and then they're doing testing throughout. So they're doing, like, I know people who are in Vancouver, I know people that are shooting here, I know people who are like just shot a reality show in like Sonoma. Um, they're opening up, they're starting to shoot, like they're still shooting America's Got Talent, and I know they're starting to load up to do The Voice again. I mean, truthfully, like a lot of my friends that work in the studios, they're all like, my brother works in the studios, so he's waiting. They're just doing these like weird, like small shoots. But like Vancouver, a bunch of people have gone to Vancouver because that's where they shoot a lot of stuff. Yeah, as long as no one cheats. But but that's why they're doing the regular testing too. Like they have nurses who are on staff who are doing testing. I have a friend who's a nurse who's just started a new business to do COVID testing on shows. So she'll spend her entire day going to these show sets and testing people. It's all crazy. It's all just crazy. No. Yeah, I mean, at this point, financially, a lot of people are screwed. Entertainment wise, people want to be entertained. Like, I know with the soap opera sets, obviously people are going home at the end of the day. So they're just doing the daily testing, I think. Mm. Yeah, happy fantasy movies. I mean, honestly, I've been avoiding watching like depressing stuff. Well, somewhat. Well, I think most people I know qualified for unemployment and that extra stipend or whatever they were giving. Um, I still had money coming in, so I didn't try to get unemployment, but I never got a stimulus check or anything. So I'm hoping that my clients will continue to get some work so that I can continue at least doing the amount of work that I'm doing now. Well, I did, like, I have the litter box ready. I have, like, I got as much of the supplies, kitty litter, the cat food. I got the baby cat food. So I'm prepared. I just need to, like, be physically capable now. Yeah. Well, the problem here is like a lot of the rescues are suffering financially. Like our biggest fundraiser is the fur ball, and we're probably not going to make what we normally make on that. And we've been doing snap tests and stuff at the rescue. So I don't know, and we've been having a hell of a time getting appointments for spay and neuters. It's all just nuts. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is anymore. Not that I ever knew the answer, but I don't know. Yeah, I just watched the new episodes, not new, but new last year of Veronica Mars, and the ending of the season was kind of a bummer. So that was kind of sad. I wasn't expecting a bummer ending. Um, but I think I might even start watching Buffy again just for the hell of it because I love Buffy. Yeah, I think luckily people have been adopting, but um, there's still a lot of animals in the city shelters. And it's been so warm here, we've just had an explosion. I don't think I've ever heard of Farscape. Oh, I've never thought about doing subtitles on Buffy. I watched the new season of Umbrella Academy. That was really good. Yeah, New Amsterdam is not light and fluffy. Yeah, normally when I watch like Grey's Anatomy or something, I know I'm gonna cry. So I'm trying to avoid all of those because I can feel like depression just sitting there waiting for the opportunity. It's just like watching, waiting for the door to open. Oh, now I know what you're talking about, Farscape. I think I watched it years ago and didn't quite get into it. But maybe I'll check it out again. I watched Agents of Shields when it first came out, and I kind of lost interest, but I may go and binge it at some point. That's great, ghosties. What is a fig? Figlet. Figlet. Little fig. Come here. What are you doing? I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on Netflix. Oh, maybe it's not on. Oh. Figlet. You're so cute. Endeavor? Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out to Claire. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna try to do chat more because I think we all need it. So I'll try to do it like once a week at least. And hopefully I'll feel healthy enough to finally freaking foster. Alright, Jersey, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, you guys. Ooh. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay. Oh. Ooh. It's been a long time since I've had to sit down like that. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Clean your belly buttons.